Let's get ready to rumble!
ZingerNation jam-packed show today. Peloton up 5%.
What's up, disciplined investor?
We got Benzinga CEO Jason Raznick here with us.
The man, the myth, the legend, Tom Nash.
Peter Schiff on the Power Hour with us live today.
Interesting, different, unique, innovative companies.
Mia, you are live with us on the Power Hour. What's up?
Thank you so much for inviting me on.
Jessica Billingsley is the CEO of Aperna.
The best trade idea resource out there. Yo, what is going on, everybody? Happy Tuesday. Woo! We are back at it. Tuesday. Ready to get rocking and rolling, guys. This is the Power Hour. This is the Trade Idea Show. So if you want idea flow, this is the place to do it. First ask of the day. I'm going to go ahead and start with an ask today. If you have stocks that you're looking at, tickers you are trading, put them in the chat. Let's pull them up. Let's get them on the big screen. And we're getting a nice good morning from Texas. Good afternoon from Michigan. Got that nice little time zone mix. But all right, guys, let's dive right in. I'm going to start with a couple macro thoughts. Then we're going to talk about 13Fs, and then we are going to get into some tickers out of the chat. Macro thoughts, let's start here. I'm pulling up first. Let's start with SPY. S&P 500, look at this. Beautiful chart, pretty much straight up. Give us a nice little zoom. Here's 1 year daily candles. Obviously, today is a tough day in SPY. We're getting hammered a little bit, but more or less the broader trend is that SPY is just continuing to rock and roll. And then let's go ahead and look at ticker IWM. So S&P 5 SPY, that's the ETF that tracks the large cap stocks, right? The S&P 500. We look at IWN on the other hand, same chart, same time horizon here. And this is what tracks the small caps for us, okay? This is the ETF that tracks the Russell 2000. 2,000 small cap stocks make this up. Look at AB, how high off of the all-time highs that we are. So if we look at the 52-week and the same as the all-time high on the Russell 2000, it's about 235. We're at 215. So it's 8.5%. Small caps are 8.5% off of their highs. S&P 500 keeps pushing higher. Again, today is a little bit of an anomaly, but the broader point that I want to make here is that our small cap stocks, and I own a lot of small cap stocks. I trade a lot of small cap stocks. I imagine that the group does as well. Don't worry, I still have plenty of big ones, but I definitely have a decent chunk of smaller stocks, and they have just been rotating out of favor. And so what I'm doing in my live portfolio, and I recommend others to do as well, is do a little bit of house cleaning. Go line by line in your portfolio. If you have stocks that you own and you don't have a reason to own it anymore, cut the losses and run. Okay, we don't want to be in this situation where a swing trade turns into a long-term investment because we're down in the trade. We have to be disciplined here, guys. Again, small caps, there's absolutely been some rotation out of them. When will it end? We don't know. There is some support around 210 for the broader small cap index. But again, what I'm doing for my portfolio and the recommendation that I make is go through line by line and ask yourself, do I have a reason to own this stock? If you still have a thesis, then go ahead, let it ride. But if your thesis turned out to be wrong, you're trying to hit a swing trade on some price action and it fell through your support, whatever it may be, cut the losses, reallocate the money, and keep rolling. So there's my macro thought. Again, we're coming off of 4 red days in a row on the Russell 2000. Again, guys, these are daily candles that we're looking at here. S&P 500 keeps pushing all-time highs again. Today is outside of the norm for the S&P 500. But before today, all-time high, all-time high, all-time high, all-time high.
Yeah, I mean, Luke, a lot of people have been calling for that small cap summer. We haven't really seen it. We've seen the IWM, the Russell 2000 struggle, while a lot of the bigger stocks have just been ripping. But yeah, one of the biggest stocks out there, Luke, that I've had my eye on is Tesla.
All right, let's look at Tesla. And then we have to look at this VRPX. So we're going to get to that in a second, guys. Let's take a look at Tesla.
Yeah, so we got some bad news out of Tesla a couple days ago. The Federal Highway Commission announced that it would be investigating some crashes that involved Teslas on autopilot that crashed into essentially emergency vehicles. So these are vehicles that have like flashing lights on or cones to indicate that they're set up to deal with an emergency. And I guess for whatever reason, Tesla's autopilot was not doing well with that. So the stock has been trading down for 2 days in a row now. And my thing with Tesla, Luke, is that every time we see it drop, whether it's from bad news or not, we see buyers come in. We see the stock turn around. So I think if we continue to drop and we get closer to that $600 level, that Tesla becomes an interesting trade. I don't like trying to catch the falling knife, so I'm not going to go out and buy it here where we have 3 red candles in a row. I think we could see this downtrend continue for a few more days. But with that being said, I'm also not rushing out there and buying puts on the stock. I mean, I just know Tesla's personality at this point is that despite there being bad news out there, buyers will still come in and scoop up shares on the dip. So I'm waiting for that to happen to see if we can get a couple green candles, see for that trend to reverse. And I don't think this will be a long-term problem for Tesla.
Yes, and if anybody's has been trading for more than 5-6 years, you'll remember the days of a Tesla vehicle would catch on fire, the stock would sell off 10% over the following 2 days, and over the course of the next week, it would work back to where it was. Okay, so that reminded me actually, and the price action in Tesla today of NIO. Let's go ahead and take a look at NIO. Look at this big ass red candle in NIO yesterday. Similar sort of news. Self-driving vehicle, fatal accident, obviously bad. Stock got sold off of that. Still down today, down with the broader market today. I don't think we can necessarily correlate those two. But keep in mind, guys, Tesla has a long track record of getting sold. Vehicle fires, autopilot issues, etc. And the stock has continued to push higher. Like AB, I'm sitting on the sidelines with this one. But if somebody is looking for an idea, looking for an opportunity, that precedent is absolutely in there. And AB, let's go ahead and I want to grab some of these ones out of the chat.
Yeah. I'm seeing lots. We did have that VRPX is halted. Let's go check out that.
Yeah, I saw a ton of people talking about VRPX. 241% day. Let's go. Wow. All right, news on this one. Let's pull it up. FDA, Biotech. If you guys want stocks that are going to go wild, the Biotechs are absolutely them. I don't trade them because they can go just as wild the other way. We wake up every single day, we see some of these stocks down 70-80% because they missed FDA guidance or their trial missed its endpoints, whatever it may be. In this case, we have it that it looks like trial and FDA feedback, that's Food and Drug Administration feedback, went well.
Yeah, Luke, anytime I see a stock up or down 100% on a day, I can pretty much bet that it is a biotech. Of course, that is what we're looking at right now. And Luke, we've talked about this before, and just about trading in industries or within companies that we feel like we have an edge. And that's the opposite for biotechs for me. I feel like I have no edge trading biotechs. I don't, understand the science behind the drugs a lot of the time. It is helpful to look at the PDUFA dates and understand when some of these announcements might be coming. But for me, it's just so hard to look into these companies and determine, is this a good investment or not?
Yeah. And so looking at the news on this one, again, guys, if you're just joining us, we're looking at ticker VRPX, Victor Romeo Papa X-Ray. I'm looking at the news. The news is certainly positive. There is no doubt about that. Right. Basically, the company is going to go forward and pursue a new drug application for its treatment that seems like it's going to decrease the spread of viruses. Obviously topical, obviously a hot space. But per this press release, it seems like the company is going to have to run a clinical trial in order to move forward with that new drug application and get the drug on market. So if I had to be a buyer or seller of this one, I would be a seller. That said, I don't short stocks that go up like this, okay? I'm not picking one way or another. And again, this would be for like a swing type trade. That's the time horizon that I would be thinking about because we're not going to get news. We're not going to get revenues for quite a while. if they have to design and then conduct a trial, then apply for their new drug application, then get it to market, we're looking at a minimum, I would imagine, of a year, but before this thing is actually out there. And so for that reason, swing trade, we're talking a week or two, I would be a net seller of this one. That may be unpopular with the chat, but I want to throw it out to the group, guys. Give me the one if you were to hit this long right now. Let's say the price is $14.63. You have to hit it long or short. One if you'd hit it long, two if you'd hit it short. I think that it's absolutely yeah. I mean, it's so run up. Again, I would not short this stock. I'm not going to short this stock. That's a way to blow up an account. Who knows? It could run from 15 to 60, but on a swing trade type time horizon, a week, 2 weeks, I would hit it on the short side.
Yeah, and then Luke, I after we finished looking at biotechs, I want to go over to the auto industry because I'm seeing Ford and GM selling off substantially today, and I'm wondering if there's any news there in Benzinga Pro as to why GM is down more than 4%. Ford is down a little bit less than that, so interesting stuff going on in the auto space. I don't know if it's more just chip shortage or what's going on there.
All right. And the crowd is not very participant. They're mixed bag on this one.
Mixed bag. Mumtaz in the chat saying I can't always use my method of once a stock drops to a certain price, we'll see buyers. Mumtaz, I said this the other day. I wasn't aware that Wish had earnings coming out that day. I was talking about it. Had I known, my thesis would have been completely
all right.
different.
Well, let's go to wish.com. Who's been the longtime Wish bear? For like months. I've been ragging on the stock for months, AB.
Yeah, Luke, you were right about Wish. What can I say?
All-time lows. Let's go.
And this chart just looks so ugly. I said yesterday,
Yes.
I said if we get down to the $5 level, I think it becomes interesting again because I think that's like a good psychological level. I think people will come in and say, oh, I can buy Wish shares for $5. But, we saw like a year ago, Luke, anytime some of these stocks were getting picked up on Twitter, getting picked up on Reddit, they ran. We haven't seen that with Wish.
My thing with Wish is the growth isn't there. The valuation doesn't make sense. The multiples are still high for the growth and the margins that we have in the business. Plus, I mean, what are we getting into? We spent plenty of time browsing the site. I haven't seen a ton of future with this stock. Again, I've been a hater on it for a while, and we got that nice earnings miss to come in for us.
I meant to send it to you, Luke. I saw a thing on Twitter where someone bought bought like a cutter to make shaped pancakes off Wish, and so they had it in the pan. They poured the pancake batter in there, and the whole mold just melted to their frying pan.
Yeah.
So they had a pancake with melted plastic in it from Wish.
Yep. All right, let's throw this one out there. We're getting a lot of Wish chatter in the chat. Sorry, guys. I'm the hater on this one. But one, if you like the stock, we're playing games all day today, okay? We're doing ones and twos all day. We're smashing the like. We're doing ones and twos. If you like this stock long right now, $7 on the dot, throw the one. If you like it short, throw the two. I'm not taking any action in it one way or another, but I'm definitely sitting on the bearish side.
Why won't you take action one way or the other?
It has meme potential, right? So if I were to go out and short this thing, we saw the stock already go from 10 to 30 in like 3 days. And I just don't short stocks like that. That's why I'm hanging out on the sidelines with it.
You see Tesla falling again?
Yes. We just did Tesla.
Those puts I bought at 730 are looking awesome right now. I'm up like 102%. And, I had 565 shares of Tesla. I now have 495, which is a lot because I'm still down 14,000 today in it.
Yep. Well, so here's my takeaway on the Tesla news. The stock is selling off. So it has something to do with AB just read the story, but like a self-driving vehicle accident or something along those lines. We've seen Tesla get sold on fire, self-driving issues, etc. for years. Like 5-8 years, literally, and the stock has always recovered from those. The same thing happened to NIO yesterday, and so the short story on Tesla today seems superficial to me.
Well, and We also saw with the 13F filings that Michael Burry has a bigger short position in Tesla. The investigation is from the Federal Highway Commission, basically saying there was a dozen or so crashes over the last 5 years involving a Tesla on autopilot. And Jason, I'm curious if, as an investor in Tesla, as a longtime stockholder, does news like that worry you? You know, are you scared that Elon's going to come out and say the full self-driving is further away than originally anticipated? Because that's kind of Burry's thesis, is he was essentially saying Musk and Tesla have a history of over-promising and under-delivering.
How do they have a history of over-promising and under-delivering?
I'm
sure he had examples.
There's a lot of examples. So
all right, he does. I'll give it to you. He did the dates of when cars were going to come out,
right?
The dates of why it's called auto drive. A lot dates wise, he's been overpromised, underdelivered for sure. Innovation wise, no one's better, 100%. Okay,
but I mean, even the production numbers too. Like when they had to like spin up a warehouse in like a week, and then Elon Musk slept at the factory for a week straight to hit production numbers. I mean, they've delivered on those.
But Luke, Elon Musk said back in like 2012 that they would have a fully electric Tesla at a $30,000 price point ready to go in 3 years. And that still hasn't happened. And I mean,
what are you talking about?
A $30,000.
What country are you in right now? What are you talking? Model 3. What are you talking about?
It's $30,000.
Yeah.
Well, they missed the date by a while on that one, and then the other
by 3 years, no one else has done it.
The other big thing that they missed on was on Battery Day. 6 or 7 years ago, they debuted the thing where the computer arm went under, grabbed a battery, and replaced it with a fully charged one. Elon Musk said this is faster than going to the gas station. We're gonna have these all over, and they still haven't done it. It's not feasible. They've come out since then and said this battery swapping method that they teased isn't feasible. So Burry has a couple examples. I'm still long Tesla in the long term. I was saying before you came on, Jason, that I think this is attractive if it continues to drop from here. But I do see Burry's point of the over-promising, under-delivering.
Okay. That I don't see as much, but Muhammad, right now you don't get the incentive unless they opened it more. Tesla AI Day is coming up. There'll be some stuff from there that's not expected.
Oh, what's AI Day? I don't even know about that.
I can't comment on what is expected.
Okay.
But I just did sell 5 more shares, but I can't comment on what's expected because I think I'm too close to the situation. So I'm now down from 540. I sold 50 shares this year. The one stock, can we switch off Tesla for 1 second?
Yep.
Will you pull up a stock that Aaron Bree is absolutely getting crushed on today? GAN.
Oh, God.
Holy crap. Okay. All right, so here's a 2-day chart.
Do we have a why is it moving on it? First, do we have a why is it moving on it? Please tell me.
We do not, it looks like.
Why not?
I don't know.
Can we have systems to automatically make sure they have why is it moving on stocks that move like this? Nick, what's his name?
We do. They already get alerted if something's missing.
What?
They already get alerted if something is missing.
Well, then why don't they have that?
In a dashboard. Okay, I just put it in the group chat.
Okay, down 17% on earnings and like guidance. I don't know if something else was said. So
yeah, I mean let's like do a live reading of this one. So top line numbers look good. They look fine, right? EPS missed by 2 cents, -7 versus -5. I think that's fine. That's not going to move the stock down 18%. Sales beat 34.5 million versus 32 million estimate. That's also
why didn't Bree have the CEO on? We were talking before,
Of GAN?
Yeah.
I'll reach out. We'll get him on. We can't tomorrow. We have the reopening summit.
So it's the guidance potentially. It's maybe the guidance. So the company reiterated its guidance for the full year. And guidance, that's when a company comes out and they say, here's how much money we expect to make this year or this quarter or whatever the period is. They reiterated the same revenue guidance for the rest of the year, but they had a better than expected second quarter. Okay, so theoretically, since the second quarter is a part of the year, if you do better in that quarter, your guidance range should go up. And so because they beat, they left guidance the same. That indicates that potentially they're expecting a softer second half of the year. That's my headline reading through of that one.
I have a timer now, Luke.
Oh yeah?
Yep, it beats down and makes a noise, you know?
Okay. What are we using it for?
I don't know. Just wanted you guys to know I had a timer.
Let's put it on the viewers to get some more likes in here. 280 people watching, only 34 thumbs up.
To be more efficient with my time. Yeah, come on, give a few more thumbs up. I'm getting killed today in my Tesla position, and Aaron Bree's not getting killed on GAN. I am getting killed on GAN. I did sell a lot of it off.
Is Aaron Bree also getting killed on it?
I have no idea. I made that up.
Well, I'm asking him.
No, I don't hold this stock.
Okay.
I mean, you know, when I had a hot streak, right? I'm at the most cash that I've ever been in the market. I don't like, you know, I bought Eli. It's at 28.68. I'm down 9% on it. I'm down 12% on Six Flags. I'm down 10% on Caesars. I mean, I have big gainers too, but like Generac, obviously Amazon, Sun Communities, TAS, TST, STKS is a hot one. I still love that one. But like, you know, I'm not seeing as many like no-brainer trades right now. No-brainers that like I'll, you know, back up the truck and someone said I'll mortgage the house. Someone got mad at me and I said that once, but I'm not seeing as many of those right now.
And check this out, Jason.
Wait, okay. I said
so if we look at the Russell 2000, which is the index that tracks small cap stocks, it's 9% off of its all-time high. I mean, it hasn't made a new all-time high since March. And if we compare that to the S&P 500, which has been straight up, again, today it's not, but generally speaking has been straight up, making new all-time highs every single week for several weeks in a row. You know, that could be part of it, right? Is we're looking for some of these smaller, more opportunistic type stocks, and just small caps as a whole have seen rotation out of them.
Okay. They gave me the reasons why they didn't have WIMs. They said that O is no longer here. I think I should join the WIM team.
Yeah.
Brent, I'm going to join it. Okay. I got you, Luke, but I also lithium stocks I'm out of. I sold my LTHMs. I got out of those ones because there's unlimited supply of lithium. I have a whole theory on lithium. Pull up LTHM. Love to see what it's at these days. No, it's hanging in there. It's hanging in there. What about the ETF, LIT?
ETF.
Okay, so that, you know, I got that originally at 35. Okay, so what I would say to you, Luke, on what you're talking about, Russell 2000, when the market seems painful, like there's not any good buys, that's when there are good buys. You know what I mean? That's when
Like the old Warren Buffett adage.
Yes.
Wait, something, I'm going to say this poorly. I'm going to butcher it, guys. But it's something along the lines of when people are fearful, I'm greedy. And when people are greedy, I'm fearful.
Yes.
That actually might have been more elegant than how Warren Buffett put it.
Yeah, I like that. So let's try to find some of these beaten down stocks that could be good buys. I mean, there's
all right, ready? I got an idea. I want a live reaction from this one, both out of the chat and out of you guys. Okay. Chinese stocks. This is a long shot thesis. Chinese stocks beaten down. This is the ETF for China. It's a 1-year chart. You can see highs made February, March. It's been pretty much a slow trickle of deaths since then. The China-US conflict was the biggest like global economic conflict that had been taking place in the world over the past, let's call it 6 months. We now have the Afghani issue, right? Which is going to take center stage for a lot of world superpowers. And as we figure out what exactly is going to happen with Afghanistan, because the attention is shifting there, does it remove some of the pressures that are happening between the US and China? And thus flows through into there's going to be less headline risk for Chinese stocks and potentially a buying opportunity for some of these beaten down Chinese stocks. Yes or no?
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at BABA right here at we're at $175 a share, roughly down 4.5% today. That's how I would play it, Luke, is I would go through and try to find like the Chinese names that I wouldn't mind holding, the BABAs, maybe even a DD or something if you're feeling a little more risky. But I would rather hand pick which stocks I want to get into rather than go in with the broad-based ETF.
All right. The chat does not like that thesis. If you guys think that there's potential upside, or if that thesis makes sense, drop the 1. If not, drop the 2. I haven't taken any action on it yet, but it's something that I've been thinking about over the past day or two.
I don't mind it. I do, looking at the chart, it looks like BABA is kind of stuck in a downtrend right now. So I would want to see, some sign of reversal before I get in. So I'm just not.
Well, let me ask you guys this. Let me just forget BABA for 1 second. What is the catalyst that you guys see right now that can impact the market to move it up, let's say 7%?
The whole market?
Yeah, the whole market.
Give me, I think we've got a couple. Most obvious, we lock down again, more QE, more direct payments to people.
But hold on, before you say that, Luke, how could there be more QE when inflation is raging? Like when people talk about inflation?
So I think that the I don't know if we want to call this the White House or we want to call it the Fed. I mean, they've become closer and closer together over the past several years. But I think that the powers that be have basically signaled that the stock market doesn't go down. I think like that's the message that we've gotten. The stock market doesn't go down. And that's why I'm saying it's I think a potential catalyst. Like if we're talking about big catalysts that move the entire market, I think that's absolutely realistic. Inflation, absolutely crazy. Federal Reserve has said, no, there's not really inflation. There's not an inflation issue. I mean, they've said that. We know where they stand on the topic.
Oh, so Bill Big D just put some notes on GAN. Do you guys know who Bill Big D is, Luke?
Nope, not beyond just that Bill Big D.
Okay. He's a funny guy. Like he's one of us. He rips on me a decent amount. Whenever I come on, like, so if I come on the show one day and I'm not like, not this show, but like the morning I come and chat, he'll find any stock that's up that he thinks I own. He's like, I knew Jason would be here because Tesla's up or Rocket's up. And it's like, I didn't even know, or like, I didn't even know they're up. You know what I mean? Yeah. But like every time he does that, and he's aware of news. So I wonder where he saw that news on GAN.
GAN, Jeffries likes the stock. I'm bidding on you. Okay. Yeah, that's interesting.
Luke, do you want to get off? I mean, at Breeks, I know you got to go do some contract stuff for events and shit.
I have the 12:30 call I got to get to, actually.
Yeah, that's why I'm 12:28.
Luke, let me know if you take a look at that press release so we can put it live and start blasting that news.
Are you asking me?
No, I was asking Luke. But if you want to look at it too, by all means.
Send it my way.
You're shared on it. I'll Slack it to you.
Hey, Benzinga. Hey, look at that question, Luke. Does Benzinga Pro have a Jason Signal watch list?
It should, is the answer.
Will. Shelly, give me 2 more weeks. We're delivering. Well, actually, they're not deploying yet, but trying to deliver. What, Luke? You're on mute.
I didn't say anything. I said we should. We should have that.
You weren't on mute. I'm on YouTube and it's delayed, and I'm looking at that feed right now. Sorry, my bad. Okay, let Luke go because Luke has to go call his mom and have a discussion about the birds and the bees.
He still has to have that talk.
He still has to have that talk.
Wow.
I mean, you could tell. I mean, it's not a big deal. He's a virgin. What?
It's not. No, it's not a big deal. It's not.
Who cares? It's like
yeah.
I've never skydived. I'm a virgin.
Radical candor.
100%. I've never skydived.
Do you want to?
No, I don't.
I don't want to either. I don't know. I don't get why people go out and do that for fun. It doesn't seem like it'd be fun for me.
I mean, but I'm a virgin when it comes to that. There's no question, you know.
What about? Do you have friends that like that have a lot of money that like to fly as a hobby?
No, I mean one kid.
Really?
StockX founder, yeah. Not to fly as a hobby. No. I mean, by the way, I don't know if it's as much money as you think to fly as a hobby.
Well, to have your own plane, but yeah, you can just go out and
get. You didn't say that.
You can just go out and get your private. You're right. You're right. You can just go out and get your private pilot's license for not that much.
No, you can go. Yeah, there's like schools. If you having your own plane is something. I have friends that have their own planes,
but they don't fly them themselves. They have pilots.
Yeah, my dad's best friend had his own plane and flew it himself, but But he had someone else, but he had pilots. Yeah. I take the scraps. My brother has like a nice watch. I'll take his scraps for like 2 weeks. I'll rent and wear it out, you know? Oh, Ryan's calling. Let me get Ryan on speaker. Ryan, they don't know who you are. You're live on the, I won't put your full name, but you're live on the Power Hour, the Benzinga Power Hour. So Ryan is very bullish Tesla. Any other very bullish stocks? We're looking for stock picks today. Any other stocks?
Exact Sciences.
He loves EXAS. Can you put that on the chart? So producer AB, Ryan bought EXAS when it was at $3 or something. Ryan, tell us why you like it.
They only have one product, and I think there's others in the pipeline, and it's been a really positive
Look at this
for me in the last 7 years.
Yeah, look at that, guys. Look at it. Where's a 7-year chart? You're on a daily, dude. Here you go. Give me a 5-year.
It's on a very nice pullback right now. It's a very good opportunity. $160 price target. I think it's trading around $90 right now.
Yeah, 91.30, Ryan.
Yep.
Okay. Any other stocks you're selling or buying for ZingerNation out here today?
No, not at the moment. Exact Sciences, Tesla is pretty much my 2 calls right now.
Are you still in Rocket?
I am.
They're asking who Ryan is. Ryan is a guy that lives and breathes the stock market for a long time. He does a lot of research on the picks, and he's been in Tesla almost as long as I have. He's been on Exact Sciences for a long time. I mean, he has a share of losers too, as everyone does, but he gets high conviction on certain stocks. Exact Sciences was one of them, and so was Tesla. I don't know if there's other ones you have, Ryan, right now. Anything else? Oh, I mean, you also own Sun Communities. Sun Communities. They have a dividend, SUI, right?
Yes, SUI.
I own that one, guys, too. That's a REIT. I've owned that forever though, so I don't trade it. I don't touch it. SUI. Will you put it on the chart?
It's basically at an all-time high.
Is it? You know what, Ryan? I don't even look at it because I never want to be tempted. So I don't look at it. You guys, I bought SUI at $7. It's when I share my account. I really don't look at the stock price, Ryan, because I don't want to ever be like tempted to sell or buy more. I just want to leave it alone. Okay, Ryan, they have a question for you.
Sure.
They want to know, what catalyst do you think the market needs to get some pickup going again?
You mean
like new, yeah,
out, if you will?
like new energy. Like what's going to move this? Hey, Aaron Bree, you don't have the Benzinga logo on the top. What's going on with you, man? Okay, yeah. What does the market need to get like to a new high, or to get some of these tech stocks moving again?
That's a good question. I don't know.
I don't either. I don't know. I'm struggling with it right now. That's why I'm in the most cash I've been in a while. Like I bought some puts on Tesla in the 700s, and I sold some shares. Not a lot. Like, let's say I had 600 shares. I now have 550. But so I haven't sold a lot. So I'm down a lot of money today. But the truth is, but when you can't figure out that catalyst is, it usually happens, and you're not ready for it. You know what I mean? And so so I just want to know if you had any ideas about anything that you were thinking about.
I don't. I'm just worried about a taper tantrum.
Oh, a what tantrum?
Taper. When the Fed is going to announce, they say in September that they're going to start tapering, I'm afraid that you're going to get a lot of volatility, and you're going to get a nice pullback.
That's interesting. That's a decent theory. Hey, Ryan, this guy, I read the negative comments, not the positive ones. This guy, Bruin Hector G, goes, I love abusive but funny as fuck, Jason Raznick. They think it's abusive that you're calling me, and then the person goes, even if you call Jason for something else, you better have a stock ready to pitch. That's the Zinger way. They think it's abusive that like you call me and like I put you on the show. You know,
I don't think so.
I don't either.
understand.
I don't either. I think this is great.
Yeah.
You know,
I called it at the right time. Is how I look at it.
yeah, like you don't want to. Ryan doesn't want to talk to me one-on-one. Ryan's a busy dude. He's he doesn't want to talk to me like just one-on-one. He's a busy dude, and his son just got the National Honor Society. Pretty good, you know, because Ryan and I weren't so studious back in the day.
No, we sure were.
Well,
I wasn't. You were.
Well, guess where Ryan went to college, guys? The Ohio State University. The Ohio State.
The Ohio State.
Yeah, the Ohio State. And I went to Michigan, so Ryan and I don't like each other. What show is this? This is Hex Pony. This is the stock picking idea show. You have a stock pick, you call in. Give the phone number, Aaron. Like, you know, let's take some stock picks. Yeah, someone wrote go blue. Yeah, our football team sucks though, so Ryan has that on us. All right, any other stocks, Ryan? So I have to go. Oh, his son, one of our main dudes, his son goes to OSU. I wonder what dorm he's in.
Does anyone talk about Mind Medicine?
Okay, Mind Medicine. Pull up my medicine. Pull up My Medicine. Can you do that?
Yep, pulling it up right now.
Well, hold on. Let me. He doesn't have it. I'm on the delayed version. Hold on 1 second, boss.
MMDF.
Come on, My Medicine. Yeah, there you go. Wait, he doesn't. What's a symbol, Ryan?
MNMD.
Got it.
All
Stock
right,
is trading down 5% today. We had another psychedelic company that.
Sam Lee, will you email me at jason@benzinga.com? I've been trying to get a hold of you for 2 weeks now. Thank you. Okay, so we got Mind Med up. MMN. Wait, say the symbol, Aaron.
MNMD.
All right, we're down 5% to 280. Is anyone trading this one? No? Okay. Thanks for the answer. Here's the news on this. Tiny Pie, if we don't have an article on Benzinga, Tiny Pie, please go to the content Slack and put that in. Last night, someone called into Kramer's show last night, Ryan, and Kramer's response was, and they asked about MindMed. Kramer's response was, stocks can go to zero.
Wow.
Does that mean buy?
Ryan said, does that mean buy? Buy. By the way, this guy, this Hex Pony goes, happy sarcasm, buddy. I was kidding. I didn't think you were kidding either, Hex Pony. It's hard to tell sarcasm on text because you don't hear a voice intonation. So, yeah, I mean, so that means buy. I mean, listen, they replace a CEO. I haven't talked to Kevin O'Leary about it in a while. Maybe we'll do they have a new CEO on too? If they do, bring him on, Bree.
Yep, I'll reach out. We had another, psychedelic company report yesterday, Atai, ticker ATAI, and that stock actually had a nice little pop. So I think there are a couple interesting plays here in the psychedelic space.
Okay, wait, Aaron, come on, we got wrap it.
It was recently added to the NASDAQ, though, wasn't it?
Yes, it was
Yes.
recently added to the NASDAQ. Okay, so there's a feed that I don't think anyone can get. We break stories almost daily, and those stocks tend to move. You guys should all sign up for the email alerts of our exclusive breaking stories. I don't know if that's set up yet, but I am telling you, if you can trade that, you should. And then a guy keeps talking about Hippo on here, HIPO. I know the founder. Can you go type in HIPO? Maybe one for Ryan. Oh, yeah, it's a great spec. Wait, hold on. That's last night, dude, on MindMed?
Yeah, I was confused too because I thought.
Oh, my God, it said it's a great spec.
Wait, I just typed in the wrong ticker. MNMD.
I'm not sure on this MindMed. I got to do some more research. I don't know if he said negative or positive because.
On MindMed is a great spec, said Kramer.
That is a great spec. And then someone said stocks can go to zero. So we got to look into that. We'll get a clip. There's a company, Hippo. Can you pull up Hippo for a sec, Aaron Bree?
Yes, sir.
Because I know the founder. They have a lead gen site like us. It's HIPO. Oh, Ryan, do you own API?
It doesn't ring a bell. I do not believe so.
So I used to own API and I don't own it now, but I think I may buy it again. It's
What is it?
pull up the symbol, Aaron.
Agora.
No, Agolia.
Agora.
No, it's not.
It says right here.
Agora, no, it's not. What? They changed the name? Go down. Oh, it's a Golia. No, go down. I just want to see like the bio on the
Okay.
on the
Yeah,
overview
yeah.
page.
Agora Inc. provides real-time communication solutions. The
All right,
company.
maybe it's Agora Inc. then. But I used to own this, Ryan. It literally like doubled when I bought it because it was powering Clubhouse, and then Clubhouse kind of like fell apart. The stock's all the way down to 26, my man. So I'm putting the API as a symbol on my watch list. I think I may pick up some when I see an insider buy come in and then hit 25. That's going to be on my watch list.
Where was it?
It was at 76, dude.
Oh, wow.
You know?
It was over 100, Jason.
Really?
Really? Recently?
In February.
That's pretty recent.
Wow.
Yeah. All right, Raz, we do have a guest here waiting. We got to get to that soon.
All right, Ryan, I'll talk to you. Thanks for calling into the Benzinga Power Hour. Guys, Ryan's track record, he has an advisor that has Ryan as a customer. The advisor has 2,000 customers. Ryan's performance over the last 6 years outperforms any single one of them by 7 times. So I'm just saying to you, Ryan has good color. We'll bring him on when he has a good stock coming forward. Oh, here was Kramer's quote, by the way. We just got color. Psychedelic drugs, I thought it had a future, but right now it looks like the past. I'm a believer that this is a great speculative play. $2 spec. You can do that, but remember, stocks can go to zero. Tiny Pie, how do you have all this? Get an article out like that. That's awesome, man.
Yeah, he said both in the same quote.
I know, but we should have had this whole thing.
Yeah, I'm sure Eckert might have done that already.
I doubt it. Ryan, they want you back on the show. Great stuff, man. All right, Ryan, we'll talk to you later. Thank you, man. All right, bye-bye. All right, I got what's his name? Zoltan. This Benzinga difference, guys. Don't go to it right now because it's not at all what it needs to be right now. So do not go to Benzinga difference. I'm so confused what the heck the Benzinga difference is right now.
But I was doing some research, Raz, and next time we talk about Tesla, I got some more color on the different things that Elon and you're right, it's basically all timing stuff. Like he promises stuff in a time frame and then it ends up coming, but a little after that time frame. So he originally promised the $25,000 car in 2008. And he said within 3 years, we're going to have a $25,000 car. And that was back in 2008. So I don't know. I'm going to be interested to see what Birdie's doing. I think Birdie's actually gotten burned on a lot of his Tesla short over the past year or so. So maybe Birdie has just lost a little bit of his Midas touch.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, only time will tell on that, Aaron, right?
But he got big off just one move. Like he shorted the housing industry in 2008, and then people have been looking up to him ever since. Like, I don't know if he has a track record of winning trades time and time again, or if he's just one of those guys that got famous for one big thing that he did. But yeah, time will tell. Some people buy, $10 puts on Tesla 3 years out and think it's going to zero. So who knows? Why
don't we bring Michael Burry on the show?
I've reached out to him.
And
he's like off the grid. Like he deleted his Twitter. I think he's kind of gone off the deep end.
All right. Here's a new thing. Anyone who's listening to the show right now, if you guys bring a person on that has more than 50,000 Twitter followers, you get a $50 Amazon gift card. That's going forward for the foreseeable future. Send it to PowerHour@benzinga.com. If you make the introduction and they have over 50,000 Twitter followers, I know that's not the only way to do this. That is not the only way to do this. I would like people with massive track records. I would like, performance. You can look at the public, their performance thing. You can look at other sites that track performance, but we're going to start with 50,000 Twitter followers more. Any person that brings the person on, you get a $50 Amazon gift card. That's how we're going to start this. Okay. We need to bring more people to our community to help bring intelligence. Guys, there's always a trade. Be long, be short. There's always a trade to make or an investment. I gave you guys examples of stocks like that I'm in Sun Community since $7. I've never sold a share. And I sold a share when I bought it at $7. I sold it at $10. I 1,000. I bought it at 7. 1,000. I sold 700 right before earnings. I kept the last 300 or 275, and that was 10 years ago. I never sold a share. So that's just stuff like that. But you guys bring some people on. Yes, we were going to bring Zach Morris on. He never came on. So
he's waiting for Wish to get back up a little bit higher before he comes on.
I'm just saying, $50, Amazon gift cards, no questions asked. Email PowerHour@benzinga.com. And one thing I stress is always to reply all. You guys are the best. And Gerber Kawasaki.
He launched an ETF. We had him on the day he launched the ETF. That gigging in the city. That's why you have to be subscribed to Benzinga YouTube. But you wouldn't have missed the big Gerber Kawasaki interview when he came on.
Yeah,
Ross Gerber is his name.
Yep.
All right, Jason. Well, we have CEO of ticker SRAX coming up, and it's a really interesting company, Jason. What they're doing is it's a technology company that essentially enhances the communications between public companies and their shareholders. So say Benzinga is a public company and we want to understand who's buying the stock, who's selling the stock. That's kind of what this company is doing. They're able to give some of those insights. So it's a very interesting company for us to talk to. I'd love if you're able to hang out, Jason, while we bring Chris on the show.
I can, Bree, but will you do will you put the coupon code at the bottom of Benzinga for Benzinga Pro, 30% off for my friend Tom? You see what I'm saying?
Me? Talking to me?
You're the only Aaron on the show.
Yeah.
Benzinga Pro, it's a thing in the bottom back end. It says 30% off. Tom wants a discount right now.
Yeah, I believe there's a discount code going on right now, August 35 for 35% off. I'm going to put it in the chat.
Oh, if there's not, then just, okay. Check out the Benzinga briefs, guys. Send us feedback at PowerHour@benzinga.com. If you think their Benzinga briefs are good or what you would like to see, it's to update you on companies. And don't leave us for Aaron's interview. He's excited to do it. And slam that like. Thank you. We're here for you. We're going to find profits. We're going to find trades. We're going to find things to short. We're going to find options and ETFs. I have I will tease this. It's either this week or next week, but I have a stock pick from my friend Brian, who has never given me a negative pick ever in the history of his life. I have a stock pick, and I'm trying to get him to come on to tell you to you guys. But it's he's the one that was worked at Trian and the hedge fund. That's coming on probably early next week. Okay.
Beautiful. Looking forward to it. All right. Well, without further ado, let's get to Chris Miglino, CEO of ticker SRAX. Very excited about this company. SRAX coming on now. Let me find my little intro video. Here we go. Chris, how's it going?
Really good. How are you?
Good. Thank you for taking time out of your busy Tuesday to join us on the Benzinga Power Hour. For some of our audience out there that might not be familiar with what SRAX does, can you just give a brief overview of the company?
Yeah, just like you were saying earlier, we build software that helps public companies understand who is buying and selling their stock, and then gives them tools that enables them to communicate with those people. So they can email their shareholders, SMS their shareholders. We have survey tools so they can survey their shareholders. We provide tools where they can run virtual conferences and non-deal roadshows and things of the sort for the company. And so that's excuse me, that's our focus. We have around 225 companies that are on the platform, and those companies then use our software to not only communicate with their existing shareholders, but then they use us to help communicate and find new shareholders. We own a conference called LD Micro, which is a large microcap conference. We've launched a bunch of virtual conferences as well, and it's the business has grown significantly over the last year specifically. We've had, last time we were on this show, I think we had guidance of like $12 million for the year, but yesterday for earnings, we announced 30 to 32 million for guidance for the year.
Wow, that's some serious growth. Yeah, we can see the stock kind of responding to that, up about 5% today. So Chris, how does the commercialization work? Do public companies pay like you a flat rate fee for this information, or does it go by a case basis?
No, it's a set fee. It's a flat fee for public. It depends if they're on NASDAQ New York, if they're on the listed, or if they're on the OTC. So it's different prices for each of those, but it's set prices for each model where we include everything with that, and we're constantly adding new features on the platform itself.
Got it. So what's in the pipeline? Like, what can investors be looking forward to for the rest of this year into next year? Is it just more growth along those lines since we've seen from the last time you were on the show to this time? Or are there specific things that behind the scenes going on that investors can look forward to?
Yeah. So yesterday on our call, we announced a one-time dividend for around 23 cents a share. For anybody that owns the stock on September 20th. So if you own SRAX on September 20th, you're gonna get a preferred share of a non-trading, non-voting preferred share, and inside that there's a bunch of stock because we get paid in stock from these public companies, and then these. So we allocated around $6.5 million worth of stock that we're then going to put into this preferred, and then that preferred, as we sell it, we'll issue those shares out to, or issue the revenue out to the shareholders. So we announced that yesterday, and then we also announced a $10 million stock buyback program. So we're in a much healthier spot than we've ever been. So we're excited to try to take advantage of the market where it is. I mean, if we're doing 30 million a year in revenue, this thing is trading at 3 times sales, and we think that's ridiculously low.
Yeah. I don't know what the S&P average is off the top of my head, but I believe 3 times is below that average. And then Chris, real quick, roughly how many employees does SRAX have right now?
Around 140.
Wow. And do those employees get option to be paid in stock?
No, they don't. They have options. We have an options program for people. The employees have options, but we don't pay them in stock from these other companies.
Got it. And then can you touch on the EBITDA real quick? Because I do see we had EBITDA of about 1.4 million in the second quarter.
Yeah, so it's a little confusing on our business, right? And that's why you have to break it out. We own a big part of a business that's called Big Token, and it trades on its own under the symbol Frank Paul Victor David, and we own around 65% of that company, and we spun it off earlier this year to get rid of it, and not to get rid of it, but to help it go on its own, and so that Sequire could be recognized for the EBITDA growth that we're having on our own. So Sequire on its own is, last quarter we did $500,000 in EBITDA. This quarter we did $1.4 million in EBITDA, and so this company right here, it's crazy. I mean, it trades at our piece of this is worth $750 million. So we own 159 billion shares of this company, and they just got registered with the SEC. So they just went effective with the SEC around 2 weeks ago. So we'll soon be able to start selling some of this, and whatever we sell here, we're going to just continue to buy back SRAX shares.
Got it. So this company, it's Sequire. Is the name changing from Force Protection to Sequire? Is this a different company?
No. So Force Protection is a company that is called Big Token, and that's a separate business, right? So if you SRAX is Sequire. SRAX is the Sequire business. We have to consolidate the numbers for force protection into our numbers right now because we own 65% of it, but hopefully that'll be done soon and we won't have to consolidate anymore. So that's when we break down all of our numbers, we talk about the EBITDA of Sequire itself and what's going on with the growth of Sequire, because that's the real business that we have.
Got it. That makes sense. Thank you for touching on that, Chris. And I'm seeing a couple of good questions out of the chat. So you mentioned that you get flat fees from companies for providing your service. Do you ever take stock as payment instead of cash?
Yeah, 95% of our customers pay us in stock.
Wow. So is that preferable to SRAX to be paid in stock as opposed to cash?
Yeah, it's worked out well for us. We're pretty good at the small cap, micro cap space, and so we've been able to do pretty well in taking some stock and benefiting from that. So, and that's why we're taking 6 million of that money, 6.5 million of that stock, and dividend it out to the shareholders.
Got it.
So if you guys want a dividend, own this stock for the next month, and you'll own what will be $6.5 million worth of stock, and as we sell it, then the proceeds from that will be distributed.
Got it. Very cool. So yeah, ZingerNation out there, if you want a little special dividend in your portfolio, go run out and buy some SRAX today. Chris, I see a bunch of the charts behind you. Are those companies that SRAX is currently working with? Or those potential customers?
No, those are all existing customers that we own stock in. So we keep a close eye on all of them.
Got it. And then are you actively trading a lot of those stocks? Like if something is going up a lot, do you take some profits, or something's going down, do you cut your positions on those?
Yeah, we're pretty active on it. So we're
part of the company of SRAX is almost like an active portfolio that you're managing.
Correct. Yeah, you could almost look at us like a hedge. Like we own stock in 225 small cap companies. And so as these, and with small caps, which is really interesting, is every once in a while, there's always one that takes off and does something crazy, right? And so we're always there ready to take advantage of that.
Got it. And then are there any other companies outside of FPVD that you guys have kind of like a significant holding in?
No, that's it. And our goal is there's 159 billion shares of what we own inside of this, and so that's a lot of stock.
Wow. All right, Chris. Well, I mean, thank you again for coming on the Power Hour again today. I know last time we had you on, I can't remember exactly when it was. I think it was back here in April. We obviously saw the stock move up a lot since then, came back down a little bit. Now we're up 4 or 5% today. So congratulations on the growth. We'll definitely be keeping an eye on this one with the upcoming dividend. Anything else you'd like to leave our investors with?
You're cutting out. You there?
Oh, I'm here.
Okay.
I was just thanking you for coming on the show again today. Apologies for my internet issues in here.
Yeah, no worries. If if there's anybody that likes buying some stock for dividends, this is a good play for now. And we also, like I said, we implemented a $10 million stock buyback program. So we have around between marketable securities and cash, close to around $35 million. So we're we're able to spend some of that money and buy some of our stock back at these levels.
Yep, and I'm seeing some details on the dividend, about 23 cents a share. So at $4 a share, that's a pretty good percentage there. So definitely going to check this out. Thank you again, Chris, for coming on the show.
Thanks a lot.
All right, enjoy the rest of your Tuesday.
Thanks a lot. We'll see you.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye.
All right, y'all. That was Chris Miglino, CEO of SRAX. Very interesting company there. I don't know any other public company that's kind of built like that, where, you know, essentially you get kind of an active portfolio being managed by the company. So very interesting play there. Of course, with the special dividend coming up, makes it an interesting play. Stick around, y'all. We're going over to Get Technical, starting up right now with Neil. So do not go anywhere. This stream will automatically redirect you to Get Technical. We will be breaking down some charts there, finding some good patterns to buy. We have a special guest coming over there at 1:30, Sylvia Bellrock. So I'm super excited about that. And please, if you haven't already, smash the like. You know, if you're not going to do it for me, not going to do it for Raz, not going to do it for Luke, do it for Chris, CEO of SRAX, coming on the show, helping us out. Yep. Without further ado, let's head on over to Get Technical.